Shalom, shalom. This is Kapari, aka Pops, out of GMS Chicago, with a brief sit down. Before I get started, though, like always, I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, and Kakodash. To the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York, the elder bishops out of Connecticut, traveling dignitaries such as Elder Big Gad and Apostle Ramalab, and as such, send double honors because they do rule well. For the brethren around the world, pushing this truth uncut, unfiltered, give you good, bad, and ugly of the scriptures, correctly breaking down the prophecies and the interaction with the people on the planet, declaring warning, I send salutations. For the hope we like to hope this is edifying. It's going to be real brief, though. You see this, U.S. moves military assets to West Asia. It's a short video, this, that, and the other. But like I said, it makes me think about all the things that, we speak on and we talk about in this truth, and the different chapters and the different books that it goes into bringing this up. I'm on my way to camp right now, so in the process of, I'm not going to be able to pull up a lot of scriptures. I'm going to have to just leave that on the screen as I go through it and whatnot, but so you can understand it. But these things that we see happening in the world, is most definitely prophecies. Okay, we got the Israelis provoking shit over there in the land that's not theirs. How? Because it's our land. Pursuant to Amos 1:8, Zechariah 9, and things of this nature. A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and these types of things. You've got these people over in this land thinking that they're God's people and are above any and everybody on all levels for all reasons. Okay? And no matter what you do, no matter how much scriptures we bring out and say what we say, they don't believe it. So in them not believing it, all that do is make them move closer and closer to the destructive prophecies that's been laid out since the beginning on them by Yahweh Shai. Okay? So now what they doing is, even though America don't want no parts of this war with that, and they telling them that the things that they doing over there are inhumanitarian in nature, they still insist upon doing it. So I'm gonna let some of this play, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay?
According to reports, the United States of America has increased the number of its own troops that are stationed in West Asia, and it is doing this to assist Israel. Now, the American Department of Defense has said that it is moving extra troops and military assets to sites in West Asia, and according to an official, the deployments are designed to bolster regional deterrence efforts and to increase force protection for U.S. forces. No official number has been released by America on the number of troops that are involved or the assets that are being directed into this area. According to reports, the United States has an estimated 40,000 military personnel who are deployed throughout the region, while about 1,000 more are headed to the area to help construct a floating pier off the coast of Gaza to bring in some humanitarian aid for the starving Palestinians there. The United States has also dispatched the aircraft carrier USS Dwight Eisenhower as a warning to Tehran. The aircraft carrier is equipped to intercept missiles and drones launched by Iran, and this is not the first time that the United States has deployed its naval forces in the region. And America's military presence in West Asia has been prevalent since the start of the war between Israel and Hamas. Now, Washington has deployed a range of carrier strike groups, naval ships, NAVSET task force, and as well as U.S. Coast Guard cutter in the Red Sea and the surrounding areas.
Okay, so like I said, that's brief, but it says a lot because America is being drawn America is being drawn into a scenario that they really don't want, but they can't even resist it. You know, and then when we bring up the scriptures to tell them why, pursuant to Jeremiah 49th, 50th chapter, you got Ezekiel 37th and 38th chapter, and these types of things that you just have these things that happen. It ain't randomly or whatever. It ain't haphazardly. And as they say, basically, brother shall be against brother, because these are Edomites that, whether they realize it or understand it or not, are squaring off. You got one set of Edomites of Khazarian descent squaring off against Ishmael and these people over there, thinking that they the people when it actually they're the basis of men and the lowest thing on the totem pole. They don't have a real military that's not picked up or bolstered by the U.S. in any form or fashion, even the nukes that they got over there. Okay, they don't have the technology to develop it themselves. They never developed it over there themselves, and whatnot is being given to them, served up on a platter per se. And everybody wants to know, why we looking at them like that, or why do we say what we say? Well, the scripture says that. So like I said, I'm not going to make this long because of the fact that pursuant to that, there will be a bastard that's dwelling in the land, and he's stirring up shit, and it's going to lead to the destruction of the Edomite race and have the other 16 races with him, because 17 races are going into slavery at the same time. And they can't face it to save their life. They know it's going to happen. They've done enough of the research to know that it's going to happen. They've done enough of archaeological finds to know that it's coming and that the Bible is true. So if it predicted all these other things, why wouldn't it be right about what's coming now? But as Malcolm used to say years ago, a hammer sees everything as a nail, and that's how he proceeds to try to solve the problem, beating it into submission. And now it's not going away. It's not going nowhere. It's not going away. So he doesn't have a choice in the matter. And he's getting to a point where it's of no return, but he wouldn't be able to return anyway because of that. So, like I said, you can look at these things in the mail. I mean, you can look at these things in the international news segments and see the prophecies coming to pass in such a way that if you're not in the know and you don't know what's going on, then you wasn't meant to know it. So hey, for the people that are in the know, this is sent out to you all as an exhortation to see that the world is basically on course with what Yahweh said that it was going to be doing and going into and happening as he's preparing to send his son, Yahweh Shai, back to rid the world of this nuisance and this rulership that just is about destruction in every form or fashion. So with that, I send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Kakodash, to the apostles and elders of GMS again out of New York, top on us, well, for the brethren around the world, push this truth uncut, unfiltered, to read the good, the bad, the ugly of the scriptures, break it down the prophecies, and the interaction with the people on the planet, declaring war and salutations.